Hi, we are in Ocean World. We have been here almost a week. We came in to get fuel, and honestly, when we got here, we were exhausted. We went straight through from the Bahamas, anchoring to avoid some storms for maybe a couple hours, but little to no sleep. So when we got here and there was some storms down the way, we just decided to stay until we had good weather, and we've tried to leave a couple times, and it's just, the season is every evening there's thunderstorms. The trade winds are better in the evening. They're lesser in the evening, but that's also when the thunderstorms come through. So we are going to be heading out of here probably in about an hour. Michael is stretching and getting ready. He filled our water, got our electric done, got everything done, and so we are just sitting here waiting for our the Navy has to clear you out here. So we went to immigration, we had our passport stamps, and we're just waiting for the Navy to come and say, hey, you guys are good to go. So just wanted to come and check in. We're feeding the kids lunch, getting everything ready, and we are going to head out. So we'll give you guys some footage of while we're out there, what's going on, and there is going to be some squalls because it's just that time of the year. We're going to avoid lightning and make it there safely in a couple days. So we'll stay tuned. Unfortunately, this footage right here is the only footage I got on our camera this day. It was very hectic, very chaotic, and at the time the only thing that was important to us was keeping our family safe, and as you'll see coming forward, securing the dinghy. So what happened was the sea state picked up, and the duration of the waves were so close together that the shock just became too great for the dinghy. So watch at what happens next. We are underway. Puerto Rico, here we come. Dominican is back behind us. Oh my goodness. The ordeal. Both life jackets have deployed, and our davit system broke, and we lost our dinghy.
We took like 3 hours trying to get it.
We practiced man overboard drills and squalls with about 45, 50 knot winds.
And then Dad fell in.
He had his lifeline secured, but Michael did fall in. Luckily he was clipped in. When he went to go try to retrieve the dinghy, it pulled him in. So we had him clipped to this lifeline. So we are doing it, and we've made it. So after spending the 3 hours securing the dinghy, we came back to Ocean World Marina, and we were greeted by this incredible double rainbow, which is just what we needed after the day that we had had. Hey guys, so we're back at Ocean World Marina. We are waiting for the stainless engineer guy to come. On the last video, you saw us getting our new dinghy. It was super exciting. Even before we had this new dinghy, we had issues with the davits. The davits on the Lagoon 450 are very low clearance. They just don't get the dinghy up very high. And so when you're in ocean crossings and you're in the bigger swells, you have the risk of the water coming underneath the dinghy and then kind of picking up enough where you create the shock. So Michael and I thought that we had probably alleviated some of that with getting a ratchet strap and pulling it up as close as we could to the davits, but unfortunately ending up in...
Then we'll be able to strap it in and we should be good to go.
We got a new dinghy.
This is our new dinghy! Yeah, so we're learning a little bit about what we need to do to keep it so we can have it tight under passage and underway, so we are not getting any movement from it. So
the davits, but unfortunately ending up in a washing machine out there. The swell was just too much, that when it grabbed the dinghy and it brought it down, it ripped the dinghy off. We had a line tied to a cleat, just to basically pull the dinghy in to keep it secure, and then kind of an afterthought that if anything ever did happen, we would have it. But when we lost the davits, the line that was tied to keep the dinghy close was too close, to where it created so much shock that it snapped that line. And I have that line around here somewhere. But anyways, so this morning we're just waiting for this gentleman to come by. He's going to come and look at the davit system that we have. I found some plans online on a lagoon forum that we're going to show him and kind of just go over our options. So I'm going to show you what we're working with. This is the current dinghy situation, or davit situation, I mean. This is the one that bent. This is how they're mounted. So we're gonna figure out some way to get it higher, to get it to clear any kind of swell. So that's what we're doing today. So after the storm, we obviously lost the davits, but we also lost our bimini top. It completely ripped it clean off on the back end, and we did have a portion of it left. So on top of having to have an engineer come out and look at the davit system, and then getting a stainless person and a fabricator, and then also having to get a upholster fabric person to look at the bimini, we are going to be spending at least what we would like to think 2 weeks. But you know how boat tours go, they always take longer. And then also now we're dealing with having to possibly look for parts, import things, then deal with duties and fees, and clearing customs. So, you know, we are still tentatively planning to get to Grenada by July 1st. We are in communication with our insurance, and unfortunately insurance will not cover us until we get to Grenada for any type of named storm. So we need to get our acts together, get our stuff done, and continue onward. So the hopes and plans are still to make it to Puerto Rico. And then once we get to Puerto Rico, it's, you know, all fair winds from there. So stay tuned and follow our content as we get these things repaired and continue onward. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.